going on?
That's the beginning.
It's because you said
It
spaceship,
saves
man.
me a fucking
It's all I
job.
thought of. It's all I
It
thought
saves
of.
me a fucking job. Right, yeah. This is the most... Wow, that was fast. Yeah, this is... We're not having any music today because... Fuck it. The Mahesh was there.
I've kindly
I
provided
wanna
my
put audio over that.
vocals. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, they're beautiful.
I'm saying thank you.
Um,
I'm saying thank you for having me. Like I'm not here every fucking week.
No, you're not. You're gone. I'm going to talk to
shit.
myself for the rest
He's gonna
of the time.
replace me next week.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I just like recorded the audio twice and it was just me talking to myself? Like, yo, no way!
Oh fuck!
Oh, I thought that too. Yo, how do we have the exact same opinion? It's crazy.
Oh my days.
Yeah. Is it 11 or 12?
It's 11, bro.
I think it's 12.
Technically, it is 12, but we had some technical issues.
No, I think technically it's 13.
Nah. What? Oh shit!
It is.
Yeah.
Because you know what it was? Because we did the Advice Bureau episode 10.
Oh yeah.
Then we did one episode after that. And then technically it's episode 13.
It is.
But yeah, we're here, bitches. Fuck it, this feels weird with not having any music, innit?
You can do play a tune. Why not? Why not?
Does it feel weird?
Nah. There's no rules.
Does it not feel weird to you?
What the specs? Nah.
Fuck it, we don't do it this week then. No, it's done. It's done. The phone has been thrown away. I'm not getting it anymore. Right. Yeah, we're back, baby. After basically, there was meant to be a podcast last week.
Yeah.
But I tried to do too much. I decided we needed loads of fancy audio stuff and camera stuff, and I tried to do a video podcast, and everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Every single thing.
The worst thing was not even the worst thing. We were happy to do it, but and I said at the start, like before we recorded, I did suggest, and I should have followed up with it. I said we should have recorded in Logic just as a backup, but because I thought we tried to do a visual.
All right. No. All right, Mahesh, it's my fault. Okay.
No, it's not your fault. I'm saying it's my bad.
It's my fault. I accept it.
I'm not saying it's your fault, bro. I'm saying I should have pushed the Logic backup thing more, but it's calm. It happens. So because I thought it would.
We're here though. We're
here. But yeah, we're back after some technical.
I still have footage from that podcast. I might release some of it.
Why not? You have some of me glitching out on a dodgy camera.
Oh no, I won't release that shit. That shit is hilarious. That was literally all the video I could restore. It's just you fucking going crazy, and yeah, man, it's crazy. But yeah, so this week we have gone back to just doing things the normal way. But to you guys, we had always been doing things the normal way. So are we really going back to anything?
Oh wait, as in terms of
stay woke.
Oh.
Stay woke, man. Stay woke.
I don't know if I'm woke.
Third eye, baby.
I don't know if I'm woke.
Yeah, and you're not woke enough, bro. You're not woke enough. It's fine. One day you'll be on my level.
One day.
Your third eye ain't open. You haven't listened to enough Absol. I know what Absol got to do with any of this shit.
Where's Absol even? Has he released any music recently?
Yo, Absol is chilling at Kendrick's house or something, bruv. He's in Kendrick's basement trapped or something. I don't know.
He did.
Where's Kendrick?
Kendrick is just AWOL, man. He's chilling.
He's at a telephone box.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar found a telephone box and everyone was getting hype.
You know what's mad? Like I just looked up. Did Black Hippie dropped any tapes before? They have, haven't they?
Nah.
They haven't. So why is there a Black Hippie page on Spotify and there's fucking like 4 albums? They must be like
because they're like fake albums people have made for them.
I see.
Yeah, they're not real albums because one of them has Control on it.
Okay, discography.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they've only ever dropped technically one single.
Singles.
That part, the Black Hippie remix, and that's it. Oh yeah. Okay, but yeah. And
they released that other one, the J-Rock record.
Oh Oh wait, is that...
Big money, big booty bitches. That shit gonna be the death of me. You know that song?
I think I do recognize it. Yes.
Big money, big booty bitches, man. That shit gonna be the death of me. Shout out to Kendrick and Black Hippie and Schoolboy and J-Rock.
Mad.
What a collective though. You already think like they might
Nuts.
actually release music and be nuts.
It would be crazy, man. It would be crazy.
Like they're 4 fucking spitters.
Just amazing. I mean, to be fair, I probably I comfortably listen to Kendrick more than all 3 others combined. I think that probably goes for most.
I think because of Kendrick, I listen to all of them.
Yeah. I know like a few tunes
Kendrick
by
was
the
so
others.
dope to me.
Yeah, but I just don't. I don't.
You
know
don't know? You ain't never listened to Schoolboy Q project?
Nah, not fully, bro. I know a few of his. I know like a few tunes off them, but never.
You're bugging.
I know. Maybe I should.
Schoolboy's hard, fam.
Maybe I should.
Schoolboy's hard. Schoolboy's hard, fam. You might be my favourite member. After Kendrick. And after SZA, obviously.
Oh wait, TDE or Black Hippie?
It's TDE.
Oh, I was about to say. I mean,
I was like, SZA.
SZA on TDE, just like. No, it would be if they made a chick track, it would be like all 4 of them like spitting proper bars, and then she just come with some beautiful melodious hook, and then
imagine SZA comes on the track and spits the best verse.
That'd be mad.
I'll be done. Isaiah Rashad will be pissed. He'll be like, "You let the singer on the tune and not me."
Speaking of
like,
Isaiah, he needs to drop a project as well. I'm waiting on him, man. I'm waiting on him.
You listen to the only member of TDE I don't listen to.
Bro, Isaiah
He's
is
the
wicked,
weakest
man.
He's the weakest.
Have you listened to Sons to Rod?
Schoolboy's. Nah, bruv.
Oh, bruv, you got him, man. He's cool.
Oh, I don't like him because you know what it is with him, yeah? I liked his first project, actually. Is it Sevia Demo or something like that?
Yeah, Sylvia Demo, yeah.
Sevia Demo, sorry.
Yeah.
That shit was hard. Sylvia Demo was hard. I listened to that when I was in Bishop still.
Yeah.
Sorry if everyone doesn't know what Bishop's is. When I was in secondary school still. I was bumping that back then.
Yeah.
But I heard Sons Tirade and I was like, I tried listening to it in my head. He just sounded too much like Kendrick.
I get you, but I don't.
That's why I like Black Hippie because every member of them has a really unique style.
Yeah.
That's completely different to the other.
I get you. I don't hear it, but maybe that's because I don't know. Like every time the first track I heard by Isaiah was
mine was Who Shot You?
It was Titty and Dollar, which features Hugh Augustine and J-Rock. And on that, he's just such a laid back. And I'm not saying Kendrick isn't laid back, but like, it was just a completely different vibe to me. So that's like the first impression I have in my head. But I don't know, maybe for you, having listened to Sylvia, I've listened to Sylvia Demo, but that was only recently. But like, I guess for you,
Sylvia Demo is hard.
Yeah,
though,
it's
isn't
a good tape. It's a good tape.
But even that, it's not even like that's not one of my favorite Black Hippie projects. You know what I mean?
I think my favorite track off Sylvia Demo.
That's not one of my TDE.
Oh yeah. I get you. I think Sylvia Demo, he had the tune. I think it's called "Rest in Peace, Kevin Muller." It's like I live for bitches in
Rest in Peace, Kevin Muller.
I live for bitches in the weed and hoes. Yeah, great. But yeah,
I think my favorite song's the joint with the one with Schoolboy Q and J-Rock. Who shot you down? That's the one.
Shot you down. I need to listen to it again. I just think the Sons to Rod had just the quality of music was better though, man. There were some fucking tunes. You have For the Squad. What's wrong?
Nah, not really. Nah.
Man. You had Titty and Dollar. You had Find a Topic, bro. So good.
I don't think he's that. I think he's the weakest rapper of that whole collective.
On TD,
easily the weakest rapper. Easily the weakest rapper in that collective.
I don't listen to any of the others to respond. But
he's not better than Schoolboy. He don't make better music than Schoolboy. He's defo not a better rapper than Absol. Defo. He might make better music than Absol, but he ain't defo rapper. And she's not better rapper than J-Rock, and he doesn't make better music than J-Rock.
Interesting.
Because J-Rock has some solid albums. I think Schoolboy has some solid albums. Control System by Absol, which was, I think, his third or second release on TDE, is probably one of my favourite TDE projects.
Yeah. That's fair. I need to listen to more J, man. I need to listen to all of them more TD. I mean, on TD, I listen to...
Schoolboy's hard, though.
I mean, to be fair, the artist I comfortably listen to the most out of all of TD right now is Sir. I love Sir. probably Sir, then Kendrick.
Yeah, I like Sir.
I love Sir, man. He's great. And then probably after Kendrick, then Isaiah, I'd say, and then SZA every now and then. But yeah.
What? Mine's probably K-Dot, obviously.
Yeah.
Right now, obviously I'm not really bumping any of them because none of them released anything new.
Yeah.
But I'd say like just as like for their older projects, I'd say probably Kendrick, SZA, Schoolboy.
Yeah.
And J-Rock and have sold time.
Sky Sports who reported it, but there were I think more relaxed in the last like couple weeks or 20 season. But yeah, no, I think it's. I'm not gonna jump ahead here, but we'll see. Apparently, we're in negotiations. We'll see what happens. I'm not jumping the gun here, but it could be. I think like
when you said so big transfer news, I thought you were gonna chat to me about some craziness that Spurs were doing.
I mean, this is kind of crazy by our standards.
This is not alleged.
It's not alleged. It's not alleged. No. This is not alleged.
It sounds alleged.
No.
Depends on a lot.
No. But Lloyd, what I'm saying is the journalist who shared this. His name's Alistair Gold. He is literally a mouthpiece for the club. He will like every signing that we've made in.
I understand. Yeah. I understand. No, I understand. He's your Ornstein. I get it.
Oh.
I do get it. But sometimes Ornstein is wrong. Like, or sometimes the agreement doesn't happen. Mahesh, Madrid are gonna have to pay at least 400k of his wages.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Are
they
see.
Gonna be okay with that?
We'll see.
That's the big question. Because Levy ain't gonna budge on. Levy ain't paying him more than Kane.
No.
You know that.
No way.
You know that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see though. But yeah, we'll just see how.
His wife knows that.
Everyone
knows that.
There's still 3 weeks left of the window. We'll see how that situation develops. But could be interesting. I think I don't know. We need after, and I guess I'll use this to segue into Sunday's performance. We lost 1-0 to Everton, and
Ben Davies is still having panic attacks.
I didn't watch the game because I wasn't at home, and I didn't even have.
I watched that match of the day.
I didn't have signal where I was, but it just wasn't.
I watched match of the day.
From what it seems like, just a torrid performance. It's really Mourinho branded it as lazy. And I mean, I was wary of the game. I did say before, I think a week before, I would have been like, okay, maybe I could expect us to get a result here. But they signed Decore, Allen, and James in the space of 3 days, and that's when I was like, oh no, this could be trouble. This could be trouble, especially given that. I mean, for me, my first choice midfield at Spurs is Højbjerg, Lo Celso, and Ndombele. But the problem is Ndombele is still working to get his fitness back up, and Lo Celso, who is one of our best players last season, he wasn't fit, and without Lo Celso, we just have no spark, no creativity. It's ridiculous. So yeah, from what it seems, it was a torrid performance. I watched the highlights back, and shocking defending for the goal. We let Calvert-Lewin just. I mean, it's funny because Eric Dyer was bigging himself.
But it was a beautiful ball.
It was.
Don't lie.
No, it was.
It was beautiful.
It was, but
it was beautiful.
It was.
I ain't gonna let you get all that off.
No. Hear me out. But it's annoying for me because Dyer was speaking about how he can become the best. He can become the best possible footballer he can be in centre back. And he wasn't.
Wait. Eric Dyer.
Yeah. Eric Dyer.
The man with the deadest haircut in Tottenham.
Yeah. But
the man who went to fight fans and his
career
highlight scoring a penalty for England.
Hear me out.
This guy's washed.
Hear me out. No. That
he's washed.
I know he shouldn't have gone to those fans, but it's because
no, I understand why. They tried to beef his brother.
Yeah, and bear in mind, it was just after we had lost.
Even at the time, no, I'm just making joke. At the time I saw that, I was like, Mahesh, you know me.
Yeah.
You know me. I saw that and I was like, you know what? I hate Tottenham. I kind of fuck with Dyer for beating up those fans.
Yeah. No, because, I mean, when you think about it, I mean...
Same with Cantona.
He was emotionally charged anyway, because of the fact that we lost that... we lost the penalty shootout against Norwich, which is one of the lowest points of the season. And then he hears people trying to fight his brother. I get it. I get it. But,
especially if it's over your performance as well. I'd do the same. But what the fuck are you saying? Don't try to fuck my brother.
Yeah, and the thing...
I get that. Yeah. I was trying to bust joke.
Yeah, but when you look at it, it's just... You look at the goal... Yeah, it was a quality ball from... But may I also add, Digne took that fucking free kick a good 5 or 6 meters ahead of where he should have. I'm not saying that would have.
Oh, shut up!
No. Watch it, bro. No, watch it again.
Shut up.
Watch it again, and then see. And I'm not saying it wouldn't make too much of a difference. We didn't deserve
5
it.
or 6
No.
meters,
Listen,
man.
let me get my point
Come
across. Let me get my point across. Listen, I'm not saying we deserve to get anything from the game, and the performance definitely didn't warrant anything. It was poor, but like stuff like that. It's happened to us as well before, where players have had free kicks and they've taken it, and maybe they still would have scored, but it's questionable. But that being said, the ball should have been defended better. I mean,
always
Alderweireld. Sorry, I mean, but Alderweireld.
Digne loves that kind of ball.
Yeah, but Alderweireld and Dyer, they were just they let him get the run off. They didn't even jump to try and get the ball. They just let him get in the air ahead of them. They should be doing better. And I'm going to say this. If it was Davinson Sanchez instead of Eric Dyer, I guarantee he would have done much better in that situation. I don't know why. Mourinho likes Dyer. Doesn't make sense to me, really. He hasn't really done much for the last few years. But I prefer centre-back pairing of Toby, Alderweireld and Davinson Sanchez, because the problem is, Alderweireld is not at his best anymore. I'd still say he's a good centre-back, but problem with him now, he's lost his legs. He doesn't have the pace to keep up anymore. And Dyer, the problem is, if you have Dyer next to him, you've got two fairly fucking truck-like centre-backs. But if you have Davinson Sanchez, he's much more agile, he's much quicker, and he's just fundamentally, for me, a better centre-back than Eric Dyer is. So yeah, but it seemed like a poor performance, very stale. We had some chances, it seems like, in the first half. Didn't take them. And I guess that's classic football. Doherty had a really good chance. I probably should have been...
Oh, Doherty did have a good chance.
Yeah, he probably should have put that away, but I guess that's just football. You don't put away your chances, you get punished. I'm just going to say it was a poor performance. And yeah, again, I didn't watch the whole game, but for the clips I did see, it wasn't really good enough. And from everyone who did watch it,
Richarlison had a few good misses as well.
Yeah, he rounded Lloris and missed, which is very surprising.
If you've played football in real life, you know that's not an easy opportunity.
It isn't. It's a tight angle. Tight angle.
That's what a lot of people are gassing on Twitter and all this. A lot of these FIFA boys kind of piss me off sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I'm not saying I played an abundance of football when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like I know difficult opportunities to score and what's an easy opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think from everyone who watched it, everyone said we looked lethargic. I think, again, as not having Lo Celso was a big miss. I think some people look at Lo Celso and they look at his stats, and I think this is a case where I think stats can be misleading. I'm not saying he should have definitely got more goals and assists than he should have for the player of his caliber, for sure. But I think the context you have to put it in as well is Mourinho tends to play him a bit deeper. He played him a bit deeper, but from when you watch him play, you can just tell he's a quality player. He drives with the ball, he gets the team ticking, he finds the right passes. And he's just a big miss. He's a big driving force in our team, and when we don't have him, it's just not the same. I am very disappointed, but I think the good thing is that we have a lot of games coming up, so there's ample opportunity for the players to turn it around and get some confidence back.
Good word.
But it's not a great start by
very
any
good
means.
word.
Thank you. But not a great start by any means. As I said, I knew it was going to be a tough game, especially given the signings that they made. I mean, Everton are always a bit... more often than not, you'd back especially like a top 6 team, you'd back a top 6 team to beat them. But there are the times when they've just got dangerous players, so you're a bit wary. But you throw in Decore and Allen and Hammers. Hammers.
Great.
I said, literally, when they signed him, I said, I'm excited to see how he does in the Prem. And he looked right for what I saw. So he
looks beautiful.
But we have Southampton next Sunday. I mean, this Sunday coming, that's a tricky game as well. So we'll see how the players. And before that we've got fucking Lokomotiv Plovdiv, which are a Bulgarian team in the Europa League qualifiers. Thank you, Arsenal. Thanks for that.
I can't believe you have to do that, bollocks.
Thanks, you bastards. Fucking. Just to add it, if it wasn't for Arsenal winning the FA Cup, we would have qualified straight for the group stages. But because of Arsenal, we are going to have to win 3
Because
knockout.
the best team in England.
Shut up, man. We're gonna have to win 3 knockout games to make it to the group stage. And I mean, the fixture list was already jam packed because of Corona and everything. But with those 3 extra fixtures showed in, it's just ridiculous. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, not good, but we definitely need to make more signings. We need, I'd say. We need a striker for 100%. I'm hearing murmurings from all kinds of places, with all kinds of strikers being mentioned. We need to get it done. It's not really and truly. If we're a serious club, we should have had signed a striker a couple weeks before our first Prem game. Because Kane, I mean, as good as he is, the problem is we have absolutely burnt him out. He has played for us. He's played a ridiculous number of minutes. Not as much in the last few seasons because of his injuries. But Harry Kane, just because we burnt him out, man. That's why. I mean, he had the hamstring injury last year. That was this year. That was New Year's this year. I mean, that was a horrific injury.
So you need people to rely on.
Yeah,
you don't have a Lacazette. You don't have a Eddie Nketiah. You don't have a Gabriel Martinelli.
Did you just say Lacazette is reliable? Huh?
He's not reliable, but
he's an option.
Better option than no one.
I agree with that. I wouldn't say he's not. I wouldn't say. No, I agree.
If Aubameyang gets injured, we have options.
You'd rather have
We've got Eddie Nketiah.
Yeah.
We've got Gabriel Martinelli. We've got a Lacazette.
Yeah.
You know,
you'd rather.
For once in my life as an Arsenal fan, there's somewhat a sense of depth.
Yeah. Up front, yeah. No. I thought you were saying that he was
No,
of
course
not.
No,
But I don't think he's a bad player.
Lacazette.
Yeah, I know. I don't think he's a bad player, but of course, it's better than having no one. Absolutely, I'd rather have someone than no one, even if they're for Spurs. But the thing is, I mean,
and he's not like he doesn't bag goals. Yeah. He gets goals.
And I mean, for us, the last 2 seasons, I mean, not Kane, but Sonny, Heung-min Son he always steps up to the plate. But then, of course, he had the elbow fracture earlier this season, which ruled him out, and we kind of caught life.
You man tried to give Mora. You man tried to make
Mora's just not good enough, man. He's not good enough to lead the line, I don't think. And and the thing is with that as well, it also reduces, if we get a striker in, it not only reduces the pressure of Kane, but it also reduces pressure of Son. We don't have to fiddle around, and because we can play Son up front, but he's not a traditional striker. He'll always be better off coming in off the left. So we need a striker. I'd say. I mean, if we're being realistic, we need a striker.
Now you got Troy Parrott.
He's on loan. He's at Millwall.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, we sent him out on loan. So yeah, we need. If we're being realistic, to have a good squad. This won't happen. But we need a striker, another centre back, a left back. And another attacking
the whole team,
attacking mid, yeah. So, but the problem with Spurs, I mean, I've said this before. Our big mistake was we got to. I mean, we finished third in 15-16, second in 16-17, and I mean, over those few windows, the only real players that we signed that were successful were probably Heung-min Son and then Victor Wanyama. Other than that, all the players that played well during in those periods for us were players.
Wanyama's goal against
Liverpool. You know what's mad about that goal,
bro?
I watched it with you. Remember, we watched it together. You. Remember, I was at your place. It was just before I went to Melbourne. Do you not remember? And I came down to Leicester.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And our mates watched it with us.
I remember watching that game. I thought I watched it at work. No, but I remember that.
Yeah.
That goal was beautiful.
It's the way it flew into the top corner and bounced back out of the goal.
It was so quick. It was so fast.
I forgot about.
So fast, so
I
powerful.
forgot they calculated the speed of it. I forgot what it was, but it's something stupid. It was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
But yeah, like over those few windows, the only real players we signed that turned out to be somewhat successful were Son and Wanyama, and I mean, and then 17-18 we finished third. It was still a decent season, especially with the Wembley factor, but it's just. We had the whole Wembley curse. We overcame that, but then I mean, that 2018 transfer window was utterly criminal by us. We didn't sign anyone that window, and really and truly last season, 2 seasons back now, 18-19 season, that Champions League run covered up the cracks. And when you look at even the team from this season, the amount of players that are here from 5 years ago, it's just stale, really. And I'm not saying some of them probably. I mean, the only player probably. I mean, Kane's definitely still good enough. Son definitely. But other than that,
Harry Kane's okay.
Yeah, Toby, this guy, okay. But yeah, it's just stale, man. That's the issue. You need to freshen up your squad. You can't have this. I mean, even if you have a settled team, you have to have good options to come off the bench. And that's why we've been shafted by injuries the last few seasons. We've been very light in key areas, and we just haven't signed the depth we need. And yeah, it's just, there's a lot of... It could be a long season. It all depends how this next 2-3 weeks go. We need them to go. I'd still say, at the very minimum, we need a striker. Very minimum. If we sign a striker, then I'd be somewhat optimistic, but we'll see how it plays out. Spurs are classic bargain hunters. We always do love a late like deadline day bargain if it pops up. So we'll see what happens. But next game for us is in 2 days' time. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah. And in terms of transfer, I mean, not really transfer news, but for Arsenal, I mean, Aubameyang just signed a new contract for you lot. How do you feel about that?
Oh, yeah, boy. Man, I'm fucking buzzing. As I said before, I didn't want to lie to you. I didn't watch the game because I agreed to work on Saturday, forgetting that football started again. But, sometimes you need peace, so you just got to make these sacrifices, isn't it? And, but I was really happy with the performance from the boys. Aubameyang had a few chances. There was one, again, he had a really similar chance to Richarlison when he sort of rounded the Fulham keeper. Again, it was a really tight angle. But I was really happy with the performance. I thought his goal was stunning. Did you see his goal?
Aubameyang? Yeah. That was ridiculous, man. That was I can't
beautiful.
You know what's mad? I feel like
Gorgeous.
Arsenal just do that at Craven Cottage when they have the chance. Do you remember? They did it 2 seasons ago. Do you remember? I think it was... Yeah. It was... it was... I think it was... Was it Ramsey who scored?
Yeah, Ramsey loved the goal, bro. Ramsey loved the sexy goal. Oh, I miss Ramsey.
Yeah.
I actually miss Ramsey, bro. God. Ramsey, for listening, I love you.
But yeah.
But no, I was really happy with the performance. I thought it was solid. I thought Holding played well. And I had my doubts about Holding going into this season, if he's good enough to play for Arsenal. But he proved me wrong in that game. I thought, no one was really too shabby. Everyone played well.
Yeah.
We held up well at the back. There wasn't too many complaints, really.
Yeah.
As I said before, Fulham came close a few times, but we handled it. Leno got rid of it. I think there was a clearance off the line by Gabriel. Not off the line, but there was a clearance from Gabriel, which if that wasn't made, that could have led to something.
Yeah.
But no, man, I was really happy, and I'm happy that Aubameyang signed the contract, and I'm just excited to see what the season had in whole for us. As I said before, I watched the Community Shield. I thought we played really well in that as well. So I think this season we're shaping up really well, and who knows? I'm not saying we're gonna might be able to challenge the top 4 again. This might be a year where we get to step up in the limelight, and I think this season will be really exciting because we've got teams like Everton, which have reinforced. We've got teams like Wolves, we've got teams like Tottenham, Spurs. Chelsea.
It's gonna be a tight season.
Just really I'm excited. But I prefer it like this, bro. This is why this is the best league in the fucking world. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's everyone's.
It's not that bum league.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting. It's gonna be an interesting season, really. I mean, I said this on the last pod, but Liverpool. I mean, they haven't signed anyone, which I'm still shocked at. They signed a left back
2 seasons in a row.
It's ridiculous. Like you'd expect the Champions League and then Premier League winners.
They don't need to sign. They did sign a left back, didn't they?
They did.
Signed him from.
But I'm just saying,
apparently he's decent.
You'd expect.
Apparently he's alright though.
Also, fucking wow.
He's from Olympiacos, isn't it?
Yeah. Branislav Ivanovic just signed for West Brom, which is mad.
Ivanovic?
Yeah.
He's one of the most underrated I've probably said this on this podcast before, and Mahesh has heard me echo this sentiment a lot of times. But Ivanovic is one of the most underrated Premier League players of all time.
Just quality, man. Just quality.
Of all time. No one talks about him, though.
He was clutch for Chelsea, man.
It's really annoying.
Very clutch.
He was so good.
He won the Champions League with them, right? He did, didn't he?
Yeah, in 2012.
Yeah, he did, man. Fair.
Shout out to him. Right. Do you want to go on to Bud's best guess?
Yeah, let's go, man.
Right, so the score for last week was, despite me going for those weird, crazy picks, Mahesh, the score was only 4-3 to you.
Oh. That's how I do, man. That's how I do. What can I say? Call me the Oracle. The Oracle.
Mahesh, I predicted West Brom and Leeds to win. You shut up. You should have beat me by at least 2.
Yeah, I still won, bro.
Because I thought, it is what it is. It's you maybe won the battle, but you didn't win the war, big man.
I'm 1-0 up, baby.
That's what my mum That's what my mum always used to say. You may have won the battle, but you've not won the war.
me to my mum when I got grounded.
That was literally it. Or I give you a centimeter of string and you take a mile or something like that.
But yeah,
Mum had don't count your chickens before they hatch. Mum had better than that.
Man, yeah. Parents have got just
so what? Yeah. So Mahesh, you've got the list of fixtures this week.
Okay, so Saturday, the 19th of September, Everton West Brom. I'm going for Everton.
I'm going Everton too. Shout out to my boy, but you might get relegated. Yeah. Can't lie. I'm sorry to say.
And then we have Leeds Fulham. I'm backing Leeds. Leeds play. Oh my god! I'm going to divert slightly. They played so well against Liverpool, man.
They played well.
They
played sick.
But Rodrigo,
I've got 2 really good friends who are Leeds fans, and they were fucking buzzing.
But it's just what pisses me off is
at 3-3.
Is Rodrigo? Why, bro? Your team has just come up from the Championship, and they pretty much gone almost not toe to toe, but they held up against the champions. And you're taking a point home after assured and clinical. I'm going to say this: they didn't create too much, but when they had chances, they took them, man. And oh my god, Harrison's goal, that was quality,
sexy
quality. What a ball from Calvin Phillips! And
also
the run.
Also Trent. He had a fucking horrible game.
Horrible game. I can't like people always criticize Trent defensively, but I mean, I feel like people have kind of
Van Dijk though. Wasn't it Van Dijk?
Van Dijk as well. Van Dijk
set up Bamford.
Yeah, that was poor from him. Poor.
If you're letting Bamford is not a Premier League striker.
But so they played very well. I know if you saw Marcelo Bielsa's face, he dragged Rodrigo to the side and gave him an absolute rollicking. Yeah. But I will say this: it's nice to see Bielsa in the Prem because I think I don't know if Spurs fans will know this, but Arsenal fans won't. But yeah, Spurs. So Mauricio Pochettino was heavily influenced by Marcelo Bielsa in his playing and managerial career. Yeah.
So was Guardiola.
And there's a famous story. There was a documentary about Poch a few years ago. And in this documentary, Poch tells this amazing story of how... so I think Pochettino was born in this small town called Murphy. It's spelled Murphy, but...
Is it the same town that Bielsa's from?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the same town Messi's from as well.
Yeah. Is Messi from there as well?
Yeah. Messi and Bielsa from the same town.
But, he born in Murphy, in Argentina. Probably pronounced Murphy. I don't know. But yeah, so when Pochettino was trying to get into an academy, he apparently Bielsa heard about this kid Pochettino, and he drove quite a few hours to this remote town, Murphy, and it was like 1 a.m. in the morning, and apparently Bielsa pulled up, threw off the quilt of Pochettino, looked at his legs, and he said, "This boy has the legs of a footballer." And then, he signed him for Newell's Old Boys. Yeah, it's so fucking...
That sounds like some nonsense.
Yeah!
That sounds like some nonsense shit.
But,
that's like Jimmy Savile, fam.
Yeah, it's, it's mad. it's quite a mad story, but yeah, he had a huge. I think he managed Pochettino at Espanyol and Newell's Old Boys, and yeah, his style of play is heavily and man, yeah, they played so well. But yeah, I'm back in Leeds. Fulham didn't look that great against Arsenal. I'm back in Leeds.
Fulham looks not great at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's next?
So, we have Man United Palace. I'm gonna say United.
No, say United too.
I'm gonna say United.
We are not. Oh, Palace didn't look that bad at the weekend though. Gotta give them their props. They looked alright. They look decent. It's gonna be a struggle for West Ham this season.
And then
next,
Arsenal West Ham.
I've got about the boys. Come on.
I'm gonna say Arsenal.
Right. This is not weird. This is right. What's next?
Southampton Spurs. But this is one thing we did agree on our podcast that went wrong. I don't like predicting. I'm a very paranoid, jinxy type person, so I'm not going to predict Spurs results. But yeah, Lloyd, what's your? Shall we just leave that?
I want to say draw.
Fair play.
I'm going to say draw.
Okay, and then we have Newcastle Brighton. Oh, it's a spicy game. Brighton seemed to play well yesterday against Chelsea.
They're all right.
Yeah, I'm going to say a draw. I'm going to
go Newcastle. They won me my ACCA, so I've got to back the boys.
Chelsea Liverpool. I'm gonna say.
Oh, that's a game, you know.
I'm gonna say.
Alright, who are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say. Oh.
I might go for another draw, you know.
Because Liverpool didn't play. I mean, they got the win. They did the thing.
Against a newly promoted side.
I'm gonna say. Oh man, that's tough. I'm going to say a draw as well, you know. I'm going to say a draw.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a draw too. Let's play it safe.
Yeah. Leicester Burnley. I'm going to say Leicester. I'm going to say Leicester.
Oh, I'm going to say Leicester too.
Then we have Villa Sheffield United. I'm going to say...
Sheffield United didn't play great again.
Yeah, they didn't. I'm going to say Villa, you know.
I'm going for a draw. I'm going for a draw. I'm going for another draw.
Wolves City. That's a tricky one, man.
I'm going to go City still.
Oh, Wolves played well against the big boys though. That's what.
They did. But I haven't seen City play yet.
I'm going to go draw, you know. I'm going to go draw.
Are you actually?
I am. Actually, yeah, I'll go.
Sound like Tarzan then.
Yeah. Sorry. That sound like J Hus. Yeah, 4, that's all 10.
6, 8, 10. That's it. Yeah, we got it. We done it. Right. So at the moment, Mahesh is in the lead by 1, despite my silly picks last week. But yeah. We move. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Imagine 1 week here, we're gonna get it all right, and then we're gonna be like, "Fuck, we shouldn't just put an ACCA."
Yeah. But
can you imagine 1 week
we get all the results? But the problem is, then you do the ACCA,
and
then you flop because that's how betting works.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But if I ever do it, I'll be so angry if I get all them right, and I put an ACCA on.
But yeah.
Right. So I'm just gonna run through my little MMA segment now. So we've got some huge fights coming up. And also just going to run through some of the fights you guys might have missed. So last week we had Waterson versus Angela Hill. It wasn't the most stacked fight night card, but the main event did live up to the hype. I thought it was a really good fight. I thought it was difficult to call. I thought it could have gone either way, and I think Angela Hill is really making leaps and bounds. You know, I know her 12-9 record might not stand out to a lot of people, but to me, she is good. I thought she won her last fight, which she lost on split decision, I think. And against Waterson, you know, I thought she looked really good. And to be fair, Waterson surprised me too, because I didn't know Waterson's wrestling. I didn't know Waterson would try and go to the ground as much as she did in that fight. But yeah, that was a really, really good fight. So if you didn't watch that one, you should probably go back and check it out. But we're going to talk about next week's fight card, because for the fight night card, it's pretty stacked. You've got Darren Stewart versus Kevin Holland. Darren Stewart is 12-5, won no contest. He's from England, so like, obviously, I've got to support the boy, you know. He's fighting Kevin Holland, who's another fighter I really like. I've seen a few of his fights recently. He's been fighting a lot. He's got a great attitude. He just wants to fight, just wants to get in there. Same and Darren Stewart as well. He won by submission last time, which I didn't see coming. So I'm excited for that one. I mean, for a fight night card, you look at this main event. It's fucking stacked. Like, this could be a pay-per-view. I'm not being rude. Like, I mean, yeah, it could honestly be a pay-per-view. Then you've got big names like Mackenzie Dern fighting. Another one I'm really looking forward to is Johnny Walker versus Ryan Spann. So Ryan Spann is 18-5. I don't know how many fights he's had. One other fight this year in the UFC. I think he might have come through the Contender Series, and that was against smiling Sam Alvey. Sam Alvey, I'm not the biggest fan of. I think I don't really understand why he's always on these huge pay-per-views really early. But Ryan Spann looked great against Sam Alvey. And I'm excited to see what he does against Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker, a lot of us knows he came to the UFC with a lot of hype. But, well, just his first few fights, you know, was winning by knockout and in emphatic fashion. And some people were viewing this kid as maybe the kryptonite to John Jones. But unfortunately, he got knocked out by Corey Henderson. Then I think he lost the decision to Nikita Krylov, I want to say. Yeah, it was Nikita Krylov. So I'm excited. I haven't seen him fight since before COVID, actually. He fought in the last event before UFC took a break for COVID in Brasilia. I mean, he's up at TriStar now with Faraz Zahabi, which a lot of you would know as GSP's coach. And he's also training a fighter from, I think, don't quote me, one of my mates would be really angry if I get this wrong, but I'm just going to go off the top of my head. Arnold Allen, who's from Sussex, he's been training at TriStar too, and he's come on leaps and bounds since he's made a move. So I'm excited to see that one. Then we've got Hamzat Chimaev. He's the new hot thing. You know, there's a lot of hype around this kid. He came into the UFC. He fought 8 days or 7 days after his first fight in the UFC. And I think he threw something like, he took about 4 punches in like the whole first 2 of his fights. It was ridiculous, you know, and they weren't, yeah. So, and he has a very similar style to Khabib, who's on the hot streak right now, sort of that wrestling, I'm going to take you down, ground and pound, grind it out sort of style. But he's also exciting too, so I'm really excited to see how he does against Gerald Meerschaert, who's I last saw lose to Ian Heinisch, who also has a really interesting story about how he was like a drug dealer in Spain and then got arrested. And yeah, his story is really interesting. I don't know why the UFC doesn't use that more. It's crazy. But with Meerschaert, I think he has quite a few he's quite good on the ground. He's decent. He's had submissions off his back, submissions up top, on top position. He has knockouts. So it'd be really interesting to see how he does against this rising prospect, especially with the fact that the UFC's actually already booked Hamzat's next fight against jiu-jitsu legend Damian Maia, right? That's crazy. So they've booked, I don't think, I got into MMA about a year and a half ago, maybe a year ago, and I've not seen that been done before. Them go, we're going to book you a fight, and we'll book you a fight like, I think it's a month later or something like that, which is crazy. So I know Gerald will be feeling a bit kind of hurt by that, you know. I would be pissed off too. Imagine, you know, someone books a fight against you and they're like, oh, they'll easily win, so we'll book another one, you know. It's a bit nuts. So I'm excited to see what happens there. And I think they're just going to keep putting Hamzat at middleweight and welterweight to see how good he does in both divisions. But that would be an excellent test. I think it's a step up in competition as well. But yeah, you'll see. He's 8-0 now, so we'll see how long that carries on. But I do think he'll get the job against Gerald Meerschaert. But I'm really sorry I'm pronouncing his name wrong. I'm really bad with the pronunciation of names. I always remember the fighters from their fights. I don't know why I can't remember their names. But yeah, I remember he got knocked out in the first against Ian Heinisch, so he'll want to bounce back too. So yeah. And then we've got probably one of the fights I'm most looking forward to. Donald Cowboy Cerrone versus Nico Price. Donald Cowboy Cerrone. What do I not need to say about this geezer? He's the fucking most wins, I think, most fights, or I think he might be tied with Jim Miller now for most wins, most fights, most finishes, most performance of the night bonuses, versus Nico Price. And Nico Price, he's just a fucking scrapper, you know. His last fight against Vicente Luque was great. He had a great fight with Tim Means last year. He's one of the only people to ever get up kick finish against James Vick. Like that's going to be a fucking scrap. So I'm telling you, if you're up for the fight now, make sure you check that bad boy out, because that's going to be a fucking scrap. Cerrone, I thought he won his last. I don't know. I thought his last fight was really close against Anthony Pettis. A lot of people thought Cerrone won. I could see how they gave it to Pettis, to be honest. But that's going to be a fucking great fight. I'm excited for that one. And then the main event, we have fucking Kobe, Donald Trump loving Chaos Covington versus Tyron Woodley. I mean, these two were meant to fight 2 or 3 years ago whilst Kobe was an interim champion. But for some reason, it didn't end up happening. Kobe had an injury. And similar to the Tony Ferguson thing, really, he just sort of lost his interim belt. And then Kamaru Usman ended up fighting for the championship. And then obviously beating Tyron Woodley, and he had a great fight with Usman, you know, because they're both so strong wrestling. It was just a great kickboxing fight for 4.5 rounds until, you know, Kamaru did get the best of Kobe. I mean, I had a 2-2 going into the final as well, so it was a big fight. But yeah, this is probably make or break for Tyron. You know, he didn't look great against Usman when he lost his belt. He did not look great against Gilbert Burns. He was meant to fight Gilbert Burns. He did fight Gilbert Burns, sorry. He got completely dominated by Gilbert Burns too, so this would probably be like a make and break for Tyron Woodley, and especially if he can beat Colby Covington, it would definitely raise his stock a lot more. But I really hope Tyron does win, especially in this climate. But Colby, I do think Colby will win. But again, if Tyron can let those hands go, I think we can actually be in for a fucking great scrap. But yeah, that's the main event for that one. So I said that fight card is fucking stacked. And then, is it the week after? Yeah, the week after we've got 2 title fights, which are basically, to be fair, the card I just read out is probably way more stacked than the fight night card before. It's probably more stacked than the actual pay-per-view, but we've got 2 fucking title fights, so I'm just going to quickly roll through them. We've got Dominic Reyes versus Jan Blachowicz for the interim lightweight title. So as a lot of you would know, John Jones, he decided, fuck it, you know, the UFC ain't going to give me this super fight. I'm not going to become double champ. Fuck you. I'm gonna vacate the title and I'm gonna fight at heavyweight, and I can't wait to see John the heavyweight. That's probably one of the most things I'm most excited for. Fuck Conor returning, fuck all that. I want to see John Jones at heavyweight, because John Jones in my eyes is probably him, Demetrius Johnson, GSP are probably, and Amanda Nunes are probably, like, in my eyes, the GOATs of MMA. Other people might say it might be other people, but those are my opinion. And so we have Dominic Reyes, who is 12-1 now after having a really fucking close fight with John Jones. I thought Dominic did enough to win. I thought he won 1, 2, and 3, and I thought John Jones took 4 and 5. He definitely took 1 or 2. I think round 3 was the one where people were like, I don't really know. But yeah. And then he's fighting Jan Polish Power Blachowicz, who's been on a little tear recently, you know, knocking out Corey Anderson, who was a big title contender. So a lot of you might know he's now moved on to fight at Bellator. I think due to just sort of not getting opportunities with the UFC that he deserved, he felt, you know, and he wanted that John Jones fight for a long time. And I think if he might have, you know, and I think he saw that he wasn't going to get it anytime soon. You know, he's had wins over Jacare when Jacare tried to. So he beat Luke Rocco when he tried to go up to light heavyweight, and he beat Jacare when he tried to go up to light heavyweight. So this is a big fight for these guys. I think. Oh, I don't really want to predict this one 'cause it's quite difficult to predict. I think power wise, I think Jan packs a bigger punch, but I do think Dom might be a bit more technical with his striking. And I don't hate to say this because Dominic Reyes will mention it about 50 million times, but he is probably more athletic too. So, to have that is a great fight, and it's going to be crazy to see someone who's not named John Jones or Daniel Cormier hold a light heavyweight title for the first time in like 10 years. It's fucking nuts. So yeah, I'm really excited for that one. And then for the main event, who a lot of people will be on this, even a lot of casuals are on this. I know there's this guy's really popular amongst, no offense to anyone who's a casual, but we have Israel Adesanya, who I mean, what can you not say about Israel Adesanya? His striking pedigree is amazing. You know, I think the way he moves, the way he throws combos, his range of striking, his fight intelligence is just so... It's just up there as one of the best. I think he's got to be one of the best strikers in UFC right now. There's probably some strikers just as good, but he's got to be one of the best. Versus Paulo de Areza Costa. Paulo Costa, I'm assuming a lot of you will know who Israel Adesanya is. Paulo Costa, he's just a brick shithouse, really. Like, he just packs a punch. He just keeps walking forward. You know, he's fucking literally built like a brick shithouse. And I just think I'm really excited for that one because I think it will be a great fight. You know, I think there's a lot of bad blood going on between these two. The back and forths are great. I think Paulo Costa, I think he's hilarious, you know. I think some of his, just the way this chatting shit is just so funny. You know, he calls himself the king of bitches. He's got a good team around him as well. I think he's training with the same people that train Henry Cejudo as well. I've been seeing him with a lot. So I'm really excited for that one. Again, I can't predict that one either. So yeah, as I said before, it's going to be really difficult for that one to predict because I think it's 50-50 because it's going to be a huge test of Costa's durability, but also Adesanya's, because fucking hell, I can't imagine getting hit by Costa. And I mean, it's two undefeated fighters in MMA, so I'm just really excited to see whose O is going first. But yeah, I'm really excited. But yeah, that's my little UFC update. I'm probably going to report on this, any other fights in the future. Obviously, we got Gaethje and Khabib in UK time. Going to be on prime time, Europe time, which I'm really excited for. And that card's, I mean, it was shaping up to be something really special, but I think Tony Ferguson and Poirier is falling apart, which is Dana White, if you're listening, pay the man his fucking money. And also, I'm really excited for Brian Ortega versus Korean Zombie, just because I fucking love Korean Zombie and his walkout music. I just love Zombie. He's just fucking all action, fucking violence. I love it. So, yeah, man, I'll be back to just talk about these fights probably at some point. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy and watch.
Shall we go on to La Musique?
Yeah, do you want to do the album reviews quickly?
Yeah, let's go. Shall we start with, what do you want to start? Big Sean or Nines?
Big Sean.
Let's go Big Sean. All right.
Right. Oh, new music alert. Conway just dropped, so we should probably review that next time. There's a new record.
James Blake just dropped.
Oh, did he? Album?
On Friday. No, I dropped a tune.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's really like reflective. They're really somber. Like, makes you think. It's like a piano,
some music's like that though.
Yeah. Who else dropped?
I'll listen to it.
Alicia Keys dropped. Usher dropped. Wow. Fair play.
Usher dropped. The Usher record. I wasn't really feeling the Usher record. I can't lie.
But yeah. Yeah. Who else? Yeah, as you said, Conway.
Right, we're going to this Big Sean review. Do you want to just quickly review this thing?
Yeah.
Let's go. We already done. Sorry, guys, we've already done this.
We did, yeah, but then of course technical glitch.
Let's go for it quickly anyway.
Go. We'll go.
So I think this is Big Sean's best.
Can I just add because we're gonna have to tell the people that we're changing the way we're reviewing as well.
Oh shit! Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so okay, we decided before today's episode, we tended to review albums by doing a track by track breakdown. We realized, I mean, personally, I did find it dragged sometimes, and I did find it, and I can imagine it drags for people as well. It might, so we decided it might work better if we just do like our favorite and least favorite, and then just give like an overall, like an overview of the album. And also we decided that since I think one thing kind of trends we picked up with the way we analyze albums is, I think I tend to focus more on the production side and how like the beats are always the ones that like stand out to me. And Lloyd tends to understand like the subject matter easier and like pick out the metaphors and the similes that are in there and the meanings and the lyricism. So yeah,
I got bars.
Yeah, so we decided. So I'm gonna break it down in terms of production, and Lloyd is gonna look at like themes and the bars and what they've been saying in that way. So yeah.
So yeah, basically, I thought this was Big Sean's best album to date. To be fair. I think it's one of my favourite albums of this year. I think some of Sean's lines are still a bit corny, but overall, I think this is the most passionate and compelling I've ever seen Sean lyrically.
Yeah.
I thought his singing was not very great.
Yeah.
I thought his singing could have been a bit better. And the skits, as we spoke about the Dave Chappelle skit. It was fucking hilarious.
So I loved it, man.
When he was like the famed rapper Danny Brown, and he was like, "This is before I learned about all his Adderall music." I was laughing so hard.
Chappelle's great, man. Great.
And then but no, that was dope. And my favorite joints in that shit were Lucky Me, Deep Reverence because of Nip, R.I.P. Nipsey.
Yes, absolutely.
Fam. Oh, that record's so hard. Listen to it on my way to work this morning. It gave me like life. I was ready. I hate my job, but I was ready for it because I heard Deep Reverence.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I was born in a C-section. Hella cops and police presence.
Fuck rap. I'm street.
Guard Your Heart. I thought everyone did their thing on that. I thought Wale's verse was beautifully written.
Yeah.
And Anderson is like hot sauce. You add a tiny bit of Anderson pack on anything, just makes it better.
Yeah.
And also, Mahesh, Anderson pack is sponsored by the same beer that sponsors UFC. That's a fun fact for you there, boy.
Lloyd, do you watch UFC?
Nah, I don't.
Oh,
I just saw it.
Interesting.
I actually saw it though.
Shit! Wait, what beer is it?
Advert.
On a serious note, what beer?
Modelo. No, he is. He is sponsored by the same beers like their UFC fighters.
Does that mean he gets free beer? That's sick.
Probably. I know, right?
Imagine that.
But I saw it.
You know what? Okay, I know this is a slight tangent. I'm sorry. Wait, what's the name of the thing? The beer, Modelo.
Modelo, yeah.
Okay, so you know what blows my mind, right? Famous people, right? Like influencers, footballers, musicians. You know, they always get sent free, expensive stuff. Well, not necessarily expensive in all cases, but they get sent a lot of free stuff. Surely they don't need it, right? They could purchase it because they're fucking loaded. But yeah, it's always...
That's how you stay rich. That's how the rich stay rich.
Yeah.
Just get everything for free.
Yeah. But yeah, go on, you were saying? So Lucky Me and then...
Guard Your Heart, and so that's one of my favourite joints.
Yeah.
Full Circle and Don Life. I like Don Life a lot. I thought Lil Wayne's feature on that was pretty dope. And my least favourite joint was Time In.
Okay, fair play.
I thought Sean's singing on that was horrendous.
Yeah. For me, my favourites were, we discussed it last podcast already, but Deep Reverence. Did we discuss it last podcast? Or
yeah, we did.
As in episode 11 or 12?
No, we did on episode 11.
Yeah, no, I said this already. Brilliant production, brilliant. For Nips, just as Lloyd said, he has such a presence, and it's just, you can't beat it, man. It's just, rest in peace to Nipsey. I wish we'd be getting more new music from him. I've been listening to a lot of his music, like when I go gym, and it just makes me feel, bro. You know, you listen to music and it just makes you feel you can do anything. That's legit. Like you just get into this zone. That's what Nipsey.
Yeah, him and Rick Ross do that.
Just uplifting, just pumped up music. But
like, the instrumentals are always so beautiful too.
Oh, legit, man, legit,
rich, luxurious.
Yeah, and
I would have loved to hear him and Rick Ross did a project. That would have been amazing.
Be amazing, man.
Can you imagine that? And it was
ridiculous.
a Rick Ross project.
I'd just be there for the. I'd just be there for the
rich.
beats, man. The beats. I know the beats would be fucking insane.
Same. I would turn into you.
Yeah.
But yeah, carry on.
But yeah. Yeah, so I really liked. I mean, Deep Reverence, just brilliant all round production, bars, everything. Hit Boy, hats off to you, phenomenal beat. I really liked Why Would I Stop and Lucky Me because I like the main parts of the beat.
Well.
I like the original bits of the beat, but what I loved even more was the way they broke down at the end and switched up. It was just done really well. I really like Body Language. With Ty Dolla $ign and Janae. That was really good. And
some record.
Yeah, and I mean, I said this. I've said this. Like, Story by David Chappelle. Yeah, like just wonderful, man. I could listen to a whole album of Dave Chappelle narrating over some beautiful piano music. That's amazing. It's just like you had the music.
Turned the corner, and it was Big Sean's dad.
I don't know what it is. The music, the piano was so atmospheric and vivid. Like you imagined that scene of him in that comedy club, like performing, and also
the Big Sean's dad.
Yeah, and it's just such a, and also that also speaks to Dave Chappelle's story, like abilities as a storyteller. Like I've watched all his Netflix specials, and one thing he always does incredibly well is he paints a picture so vividly. Like I think sometimes people describe something and you have a bit of trouble imagining what it's like, but with Dave Chappelle, there's no such thing with that. It's brilliant. So yeah, I love that. I could listen to multiple songs like that. As I said, Guard Your Heart, brilliant with Anderson .Paak Wale, just wonderfully done production wise, just so smooth. And yeah, I was wondering like the drums on it made me think did I don't know if Anderson did those drums because it really reminded me of the drums on Calm Down. But yeah, and then I really like Full Circle because Full Circle was like quite gritty, and it was quite different. Like there aren't many tracks I feel like it on this project, so I really enjoyed that. You want to go for your least favorites, Lloyd? You said already. You said already. My bad. I'm bugging.
I hate Time In.
I'm bugging.
I hate it.
My least favorite was I know Lloyd is going to disagree with this, but Friday Night Cypher. It just felt, for me, it was just I know it's a cypher and I know it's freestyling, but for me the beat was just so weird. I just couldn't get with it. I'm sorry.
I liked it though.
Yeah, and I didn't like Harder Than My Demons.
Royce went ham.
Yeah. Not because Harder Than My Demons is a bad track. It is not.
I didn't really like Harder Than My Demons.
But you know what it was? Either. You know what annoyed me? Mike Will sold me a dream on that because he had this really nice vocal sample at the start.
What you mean.
And then he decided to accelerate with the beat, and I was just like, bro, what you doing? It's just like it's gone from like a chill laid back vibe to like almost like a garage speed and I was just like, what the hell is going on? Like, so like, I'm not saying the production was bad, but I think it would have been nicer with a bit more, if it was a bit more like slowed and like stripped back. Then like it felt like it was rushed too much. But yeah, overall a decent album. The production was really solid throughout. And although, as I said, on my least favorite tracks, I feel it could have been maybe slightly better. But yeah, I did quite like that. Listen, I did feel it dragged a little. I think what was it, 21 songs or 17? I don't know. What was it? It was 21 songs. 21. Yeah, it dragged a little. I think. Songs. I think it did drag, but yeah.
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 Right. Should we go on to nines?
Yes. Let us proceed. Crabs in a bucket.
Nines. Crabs in a bucket. As I said last time, I was really unfamiliar with mines.
Yeah.
Minus a few singles.
Yeah.
Which were like, Yay. I see you shining, babe. Walk to the shop, see me shining, babe.
Yeah.
I don't know the lyrics for that song.
Yeah.
I think I had a tune with Dave I known. Did he do that other song that I was C-Biz? He had some more songs I known.
Nines. Let me check in my. I know, of course, he said Yay, Trapstar. I see you shining.
Trapstar. That's the other one.
High Roller. High
Roller's the one I was forgetting.
Oh my.
High Roller.
Yeah, that's a tune.
Yeah.
That's a tune.
Oh my, yeah. Oh my, I forgot about that one as well.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I enjoyed this album. I enjoyed the first half of this album a lot. I enjoyed most of this album. I enjoyed I think, again, I said this last time, Mahesh disagreed with me, but I thought this album dragged a lot longer than Big Sean's did. It was 17 songs. I think songs 1 to 9 I really, really, really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And then 10 to 13.
Yeah.
10 to 15 minus Stalker Interlude I didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
And then 14, 16 and 17 I really enjoyed too. But that big chunk of that album I could have done without, and it would have been, I would still, like, you know what I mean? But that's not, I guess I understand why, like, songs like Ring-a-Ling I didn't enjoy much. I know Mahesh was going to have a different opinion than I did, but I thought that it was just a fucking, it's just like, oh, it's just alright, we're going to do a gal record. We need to get a big rapper. Cool Heady One. You know what I mean? It was like, come on. You know, put a bit more effort into it. But I did enjoy this album a lot. I enjoyed the content. It did drag a lot. Like, there's only so much I can hear about how good Nines is Loud is. Allegedly.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean? Even though I want some of that Loud, because Nines did a great album. Nines sold me. If I was a Nitty, I'd be like, come on, bro. I'll take everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
But his rapping really impressed me too. But the only two like things with rapping I've got a big issue with was sometimes his similes lacked. So it would always be like I was this instead of like finding an interesting way to like describe something and use a simile if that made any sense.
Yeah, I hear you.
And sometimes his tone was a bit bland. Like, it was just one. It was just like one emotion.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, he's got a very monotone
for 17
voice.
songs, it was. Yeah, and for 17 songs, it was a bit much, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah. What were your favorite and least favorite songs?
I think my least favorite songs were Flex, Movie Nights, and Ring-a-Ling.
Okay.
And probably Flavors too. My favorite songs were Intro, Energy, Clout, Realist, Airplane Mode, Nick, Don't Change, Lights, and Outro. Actually, no, Outro and All Stars 2. I did enjoy All Stars 2 a lot. All Stars 2 was dope.
Yeah, I think, as I said, I'm the same as Lloyd in that I'm not very. I know like a few singles by him or a few tunes, but I don't know Nines' catalog that well. But I really enjoyed this listen. Like it surprised me in a really good way. I didn't know, kind of didn't know what to expect, but I do like Nines from the tunes that I do know. And I think what I loved about it is like the production is quite versatile throughout the whole album, and I feel like Nines adjusted fairly decently to that. And yeah, and like there are some gritty songs in there, but there are also some like really cool samples throughout the album, and like that's why I love like those songs in particular. And yeah, I'll get into it. My favorite tracks are Intro, Airplane Mode, NIC, Don't Change, Ring-a-Ling, Stalker Interlude, All Stars, Outro. And I don't really have a least favorite track. Like,
to be fair, our favorite songs are practically the same. Except you liked Ring-a-Ling and I
didn't. Yeah. I think like what I loved is like those songs. I mean, Airplane Mode, you had like the NSG influence. Yeah, great. It's great. And but some of those beats are more soulful, and I really love it. It's nice to see such a wicked range of production. And like, there's also songs that like quite stripped back and quite laid back, and that's what I felt on like Stalker Interlude. And yeah, I was saying before, I don't know if it's the same for you, but like the strings on NIC remind me of something I'd hear on like an old school hip hop track, which is like really cool for me because I love old school hip hop. Like, it kind of reminds you of the strings that you hear on Nas's Like, which is produced by DJ Premier. But yeah, I really like that. And Don't Change, I'm sure has an R&B sample. I'm sure, like that vocal sample, definitely.
Yeah.
And like Ring-a-Ling, I know Lloyd didn't like it, but I really like the piano underneath and the hook from Odile, I think. And yeah, as I said, the stripped back production is excellent. And on Stalker Interlude, great track, man. Really, Sherry, I think, who's the feature on that, brilliant, just wonderful. Really,
she was the one just chatting wax, innit?
Yeah, no, she's the one singing, bro. I think she's doing vocals as well. It might be her talking, but I think she's Swedish.
Oh, right.
I think she's Swedish. So like, even if it was her talking, I'm sure there would have been like a slight accent.
Right, that makes sense. It sounded like they were just from ends, the person talking.
Yeah, but
Hello. Yeah. Sorry, Mahesh. Go
No
ahead.
worries, no worries.
This is what I wanted to do earlier. You see what I mean?
But
Yo.
yeah, I get you, man. But what was I saying? No, Sherry. You guys should actually check out Sherry's music. I only know a few tracks by her, but she's a wonderful vocalist. But yeah, it's the stripped back production on that track was wonderful. And yeah, man, it's good. It's good. Really good, really good project. And on outro, which I love, the guitar riff is excellent, as well as the vocals. Yeah, it's a really enjoyable project for me. And yeah, I feel like now I want to go back and listen to Crop Circle and more of Nines' projects.
Yeah, I want to listen to
yeah,
Crop Circles.
yeah.
People spoke very highly of that.
But yeah.
Right. Looks like we're at the end of our podcast,
Yes.
Mahesh.
Yes.
Yeah. So, we're going to do our producer of the week and song of the week, then leave you guys to be about your day.
Yes.
So, producer of the week, I want to keep it the same one I did
Yeah.
last week. Mahesh, that's fine because... so, my producer of the week is DJ Shay. If you're a fan of Griselda, Benny the Butcher, any of them, man, who Mahesh knows, those are my guys. Like, if I see a Griselda release, I will run straight to it because, like, they're my favorite rappers right now, like new rappers.
Yeah.
And he had two interludes on the new Conway album as well. And so DJ Shay was one of the guys who helped Griselda market Griselda out of Buffalo. We know in Buffalo it was half of people of Buffalo to get on, and he recently passed. He produced records for Benny, Conway, Westside, you know. So losing him was like a big thing for Griselda, and me being such a fan, you know, I think he might have died of COVID-related things. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me, but yeah, man, we're all hurting because of that. So my producer of the week is definitely DJ Slay, and the song I'll pick that he produced, that I'll put at the end of this for the Spotify listeners is 18 Wheeler by Benny the Butcher featuring Pusha T.
I don't. What song of the week did I go for last time? Do you remember what it was?
No idea.
Fuck. What was it? I know which one I'm gonna go for now, but I'm just.
It was the example. It was the sample from
Butterfly,
the
Crazy
Heady
Town. But
One tune.
But I'm gonna change it. Or Lloyd, can we have two tracks? Actually, wait. No, fuck it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll have two. So yeah, Crazy Town, Butterfly by them. That was recently sampled by Heady One on Ain't It Different, featuring AJ Tracy and Stormzy. Love, great sample.
So much.
Yeah, it's just a great track, man. Just a great track. It's different. It's like you know what's mad? It's rapping, but it's on like a punk rock beat. But it works so well. Like they're almost rapping on it. But like, yeah, I'm not even almost. I think they are. But yeah, it's just an excellent track. It's an old record. It's like 21 years old now. But yeah, it's a good record.
Right.
And yeah, but the one I'm gonna add, and I've had it on repeat, is "Communication" by Arin Ray, featuring Shelly, formerly known as DRAM. Oh man, what a tune! It's got like
what?
Yeah, so DRAM changed. He changed his name.
What, really?
Yeah. So I don't know why, but like
I didn't even know that.
Shelly is his original. Is his not original? Original. It's
name.
Shelly is his birth name. Yeah. So yeah. But the song, someone said this in the YouTube comments, and it actually, like,
I didn't know he changed his name.
Yeah. A light bulb went off in my head. This song gives me, like, is it Sade? Is she the one who made Smooth Operator?
Sade.
Sade. Yeah.
Sade.
Yeah. If you hear it, it does remind you of Smooth Operator, and that's a brilliant track. But yeah, it's just brilliant, man. I love and also like shout out to Childish Major on the production. Just done so well.
Oh yeah, shout out to Childish Major, man.
Lovely little guitar riff, and it's yet another example of like it's fairly simple, but it just works so well, and it complements Arin Ray and Shelly so well. Excellent record. I've had it on repeat. So yeah, that's my song. Those are my two songs of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, thank you everyone for listening. Anything
Thank
else
you very
got to
much.
add, Mahesh?
I say just take care of yourself, guys. Stay safe. Stay precautious.
Mhm.
Is precautious a word?
Always.
I keep doing this.
Yeah, precautious is definitely a word.
Precautious. It is excellent. I'm not inventing words.
Precautious is definitely a word.
But yeah, it's yeah, man. I think cases are ticking up again. So yeah, you guys just be careful. Take all the precautions you can. Stay safe, and I hope you guys stay. Take care of yourselves as well, like especially mentally, because I know there's so much uncertainty right now, and I hope you guys are just doing stuff that makes you happy and can and I sound like a fucking motivational speaker, but eventually we will see the back end of this fucking virus. But we just got to strap in and But yeah, I hope you guys, thank you for listening. Take care and have good love. Have a good few weeks. Yeah, big love.
Yeah, love, peace, and happiness to you all in a bit.
Love, peace, and prosperity. Word to J Hus.
Amen.
But yeah.
Peace, guys.
Peace. Fun. You guys should actually check out Sherry's music. I only know a few tracks by her, but she's a wonderful vocalist. But yeah, it's the stripped back production on that track was wonderful. And yeah, man, it's good. It's good. Really good project. And on outro, which I love, the guitar riff is excellent, as well as the vocals. Yeah, it's a really enjoyable project for me. And yeah, I feel like now I want to go back and listen to Crop Circle and more of Nines' projects.
Yeah, I want to listen to Crop Circle because people spoke very highly of that.
But yeah.
Right. Looks like we're at the end of our podcast, Mahesh.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to do our producer of the week and song of the week, then leave you guys to be about your day.
Yes.
So producer of the week, I want to keep it the same one I did last week. Mahesh, that's fine because so my producer of the week is DJ Shay. If you're a fan of Griselda, Benny the Butcher, any of them, man, who Mahesh knows, those are my guys. Like if I see a Griselda release, I will run straight to it because like they're my favorite rappers right now, like new rappers.
Yeah. And
he had two interludes on the new Conway album as well. And so DJ Shay was one of the guys who helped Griselda market Griselda out of Buffalo. We know in Buffalo it was half of people of Buffalo to get on, and he recently passed. He produced records for Benny, Conway, West Side, so losing him was like a big thing for Griselda, and me being such a fan, I think he might have died of COVID related things, I'm not too sure, don't quote me, but yeah, man, we're all hurting because of that. So my producer of the week is definitely DJ Slay, and the song I'll pick that he produced that I'll put at the end of this for all the Spotify listeners is 18 Wheeler by Benny the Butcher featuring Pusha T.
What song of the week did I go for last time? Do you remember what it was?
No idea.
Fuck. What was it? I know which one I'm gonna go for now, but
it was the sample.
Yeah,
from
Butterfly,
the
Crazy Town.
But
But I'm gonna change it. Or Lloyd, can we have two tracks? Actually, wait. No, fuck it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll have two. So yeah, Crazy Town, Butterfly by them. That was recently sampled by Heady One on Ain't It Different, featuring AJ Tracy and Stormzy. Love, great sample.
So much.
Yeah, yeah, it's just a great track, man. Just a great track. It's different. It's like what's mad? It's rapping, but it's on like a punk rock beat. But it works so well. Like they're almost rapping on it. But like, yeah, I'm not even almost. I think they are. But yeah, it's just an excellent track. It's an old record. It's like 21 years old now. But yeah, it's a good record.
Right.
And yeah, but the one I'm gonna add, and I've had it on repeat, is Communication by Arin Ray, featuring Shelly, formerly known as DRAM. Oh man, what a tune! It's got like
what?
Yeah, so DRAM changed. He changed his name.
What, really?
Yeah. So I don't know why, but like,
I didn't even know that.
Shelly is his original. Not original. Original. It's
name.
Shelly is his birth name. Yeah. So yeah. But the song, someone said this in the YouTube comments, and it actually, like,
I didn't know he changed his name.
Yeah, light bulb went off in my head. This song gives me, like, is it Sade? Is she the one who made Smooth Operator?
Sade.
Sade. Yeah.
Sade.
Yeah. If you hear it does remind you of Smooth Operator, and that's a brilliant track. But yeah, it's brilliant, man. I love and also, like, shout out to Childish Major on the production. Just done so well.
Oh yeah, shout out to Childish Major, man.
Lovely little guitar riff, and it's yet another example of, like, it's fairly simple, but it just works so well, and it complements Arin, Ray, and Shelly so well. Excellent record. I've had it on repeat. So yeah, those are my 2 songs of the week.
Yeah. Oh, that was great. Yeah, thank you everyone for listening. Anything
Thank
else
you very much,
Mahesh?
I say just take care of yourself, guys. Stay safe. Stay precautious. Is precautious a word? I keep doing this.
Yeah, precautious is definitely a word.
Precautious. It is excellent. I'm not inventing words.
Precautious is definitely a word.
But yeah, it's yeah, man. I think cases are ticking up again. So yeah, you guys just be careful. Take all the precautions you can. Stay safe, and I hope you guys stay. Take care of yourselves as well, like, especially mentally, because I know there's so much uncertainty right now, and I hope you guys are just doing stuff that makes you happy and can, and I sound like a fucking motivation speaker, but eventually we will see the back end of this fucking virus, but we just got to strap in and, but yeah, I hope you guys, thank you for listening, take care, and have good love. Have a good few weeks. Yeah, big love.
Yeah, love, peace, and happiness to you all in a bit.
Love, peace, and prosperity. What did you?
Let's go.
Amen.
Yeah.